Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I am in a war against Brazil, and I'm gonna try to sneak a win on this. I'm gonna try to sneak a win using a kind of a shady method. And whatever happens, we're just gonna have to do our best with that. So, let me see. I'm in this other war with Baratza, and I think I'm gonna abandon that to go ahead and naval invade Rio de Janeiro, same as I've been doing. So I'm going to grab the Army of East Africa out of here. And what that's going to mean is that Baratza is going to potentially be winning this. Maybe my allies will get involved in that, and maybe they won't. And however we're going to do it, we're going to do it. Authorial intent. A minor scandal has buzzed around the Progressive Party as a piece of reformist fiction written by Giulio Bezzi in his youth has begun to circulate once more. Whilst enthusiastically written, that is the work's only merit. A plague of superstition and dogma, that was what was the end of Portugal? If that happened, then why are the trains still running? Where did they get the coal to fuel them? Your propensity to butcher your characters for cheap tragedy is nothing short of shameful. And to make matters worse, why should Victor ever not pursue Estrid's affections when they've known each other for so long? Do you have no eye for redeeming romance? We have an election going on. We've got an election. That's why the bad fan fiction is coming out. A tragic tale, but there's no reason to harass him, minus 20% momentum. This is Betsy's problem, not the party's, minus 10% momentum. Or, this is reflective of the conservative repression of the arts. 33% chance he gets literary. Interesting. Weird. I'm going to go with the first one. Reduced momentum is fine. I got two Diplo plays kicking off. The one in Liberia I couldn't possibly be involved with. And this one in Azal, where is Azal? Over here. Alright, I can't get involved in that one either, realistically. So, we'll just go ahead and be neutral. Oh my god, I'm so neutral. Kind of would like to improve relations with Great Britain. Let me see. Who are my rivals right now? Only Russia and Bengal's rivaling me. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rival Bengal back. I'm going to use the extra diplomatic capacity to improve relations with Great Britain. And hopefully that'll work out. We are winning over here, so if I can get hold of Rio de Janeiro and get... Because I think right now Brazil has war support protection, and if I can get hold of Rio de Janeiro, I can get rid of that, and that'll be just fine. That's a Brazilian army. I don't know where they're going. Estonian mass immigration. Interesting. Baratza still doesn't have an army that can actually push forward, so I may be able to win on that front. Fruitful endorsements. In a gesture of solidarity with the Portuguese Catholic Center, Stojan Dragunitovic has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. For the interest of all principled people, the Portuguese Catholic Center has a consistent record of excellence. I cannot speak higher of those brave men and women moving Portugal forwards under their name. He has our thanks, certainly, 30% momentum. Where this endorsement would best be more specific, 20% momentum and stronger petite bourgeoisie. I'm going to go with the first one. Catholic Center is normally just the church. They got 27 battalions here, but that actually has significantly increased our force comparison over here in the north, so we might be able to get in there and get what we want to get. Let me see. These armies are line and skirmish infantry and skirmish. Wow, I think we actually might be able to get in there even with a weaker force. We are. All right, so hopefully this will allow us to get the war closed out really soon. That would be my ideal outcome. I love water. Drinking is great fun. Drinking water is maybe not fun, but important. I don't want to get involved in Lanfang right now. I got bigger problems to deal with, bigger fish to fry. Let's see if we can get in here. All right, so this battle is a victory. Force comparison is maybe potentially worse. Let's see how it looks with them having 30 battalions. Oop. Another Hell on Earth event. That is just fine. The perpetrators will pay for their crimes. This is Portuguese Gambia. And do we have another No, we don't, because the Belgians are in the ocean. There are Belgians in the ocean. Alright, we won the battle against Baratza due to the help of our allies. That's wonderful. This is a battle between Douala and... between a Douala uprising and Wadai. Do I have any ability to get involved in this? No, I do not. So we'll just go ahead and be neutral on that. Again, if I don't have any ability to get involved, I don't think it matters. Alright, are we winning against the Belgian fleet? We surely are. So if we can continue to push forward over there, we could potentially get all the things we could possibly want. This railway is building really slowly in Guyana right now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a consumption tax to go ahead and throw a suppression decree on there. That's going to make the building go faster, and that's going to help a lot. So once the week turns around, we'll see how much faster that'll go. And the answer is about twice as fast. Ooh, and there's the telephone. Wonderful. Oh, that's just great. So this is going to unlock a new production method in terms of... Colonization of Zambia is completed. Wonderful. This is going to unlock a new production method in terms of government eventually. So right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and build up some electrics industries. We're going to go ahead and build 10 levels, and we're going to put them in Extremadura. And that's going to eventually produce the number of telephones that we need in order to do what we want to do. Coalition coupons. With the Portugal versus Brazil war going well, the country is swept up in a frenzy of war. The sitting Regenerator Party has issued letters of endorsement to parliamentary candidates they feel support the war effort, drawing patriotic voters towards their cause. You didn't get the letter, huh? Go figure that coward's some spineless good-for-nothing pacifist. Our boys are out there dying, and what does he do? Sits around shuffling stacks of paper, waiting for the opportune moment to squander the gains we paid for in blood. Nah, our men need somebody who fights for them as they fight for us. Rally around the the flag. 20% momentum for the Regenerators. Are you for us or for our adversaries? -2 approval for opposition interest groups, +2 approval for government interest groups. So that's interesting. I definitely don't want to make the trade unions angrier than I've already made them. So I'll just give the extra momentum to the Regenerators. We currently have an unacceptable government due to the Regenerators having broken off from the center and the landowners having formed an historic party. Probably when the election turns over, I'll just swap around the governments and that'll be fine. Naval battle is a success. Come on, push them away. Push them away and let me get in on land. Alright, here we go. We got a land battle, but they are unfortunately winning. Still, force comparison is looking reasonably solid here in the north. So I'm hoping I can get where I want to go reasonably quickly. The real question is, do I dare move someone from here over to the... Alright, we pushed off the Belgian fleet, so hopefully that means we can effect a successful landing. But there's another fleet, a Belgian-Nigerian fleet here, but they're destroyed as well, so not too worried about that at this point. If we can get across the country reasonably quickly, we could also get in there, but unfortunately the Belgians are making that extremely, extremely difficult. I'm going to throw a couple levels of electrics industries at the top of the queue, just to make sure I've got some... just to make sure I've got some telephones being produced. Because it's going to take me a while to get to central planning. Although, actually, I've got it spreading to me right now, so I could have that sooner than I expected. Let me see. Again, Brazil still has war support protection. If I can potentially get... Oh, I lost my progress. Gosh darn it. Well, one way or the other. I'm hoping to get there. And if I can get there in any kind of way, whichever way I get there, if I get there, I can get what I need to get. The British flu. A massive outbreak of an especially deadly strain of flu has broken out in Hyderabad. It threatens to spread rapidly. Potentially, excuse, I'm trying to read here, sir. It threatens to spread rapidly, potentially escalating into a global pandemic. The epidemic of influenza, like a specter of death, was upon us almost overnight. And 3 days after the disease was made reportable by the Board of Health, our hospital was full to overflowing with victims of the pestilence. I hope it doesn't reach Portugal. It may spread to Portugal via neighboring states or common markets. Alright. Well, that's potentially a real serious issue. I'm going to go ahead and... I should have Rio de Janeiro as my strategic objective, but I don't, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Again, force comparison here is real solid. If I can get across there, I could potentially get there. Bengal have begun embargoing us. That's unfortunate. I sure hope that doesn't cause a huge problem. They are still winning against us over here, although we've gotten more and more progress here. All right. We're even closer now. So if we can just get Minas Gerais and Rio de Janeiro, we'll probably have to get Goiás first. But if we can just get there, we'll be fine. How much longer have we got? We've got war support protection because they don't control any of Portugal proper. Where are the Belgians in all this? The Belgians are at 39 and going down by 3 per turn, so hopefully that does not change. Because Belgium does not have war support protection. I don't have any war goals against them. I am winning this naval battle, so that is good. What is going on? Oh, because my armies are not quite here yet. They're still trying to get to the front. Yeah, see that? They're still moving. Come on, come on. All right, that's a much better force comparison. Let's see how things go. This one appears to be going badly for us. Oh! Come on! You can do it! You can do it! You can do it! You can do it! Oh, I believe in you. What are mobilization options? We've got basically everything we can have going. But if we can win these 3 battles... Oh, that's a huge battle. If we can win that one, we'll be doing real rock solid. We've got a good amount of occupation in Goiás right now. We got 59%. Oh, that's excellent. Swedish mass immigration, very cool. We got a couple of events over here. This one's trucial states. I don't want to get involved. This one is a civil war in Sierra Leone. I also don't want to get involved in that. And then we got some occupation in Sao Paulo, 19%. Oh, this is us. We have 40% occupation in Goiás. It's okay. And then how much do we have in Minas Gerais? 26%. All right. So if we can keep victories going on in all these, we can eventually wear away Brazil's ability to stay in control, and then we can get to Rio de Janeiro. Unfortunately, we are losing this landing battle once again. I think that's going to keep happening. Unfortunately. This song is sad. Give me another one. The Risk Taker. There we go. This seems very risk-taking-y. I'm a big risk-taker in this build of the game. Alright, Belgium is out of the war, which means I may very well be able to get where I want to go with no problems. I'm also almost done with my skyscraper, or getting pretty close, 11 weeks there. And that's going to help with my bureaucracy situation pretty significantly, so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. I'm going to throw a few more electrics industries at the top of the queue, start producing some more telephones. I'm working on radio right now, and that's going to be very important for military production methods going forward. A good vintage. The wine produced in the Transvaal has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. When people say that something ages like wine, they don't always make the distinction between wine and wine. So let me make that distinction. If you can get your hands on a bottle from Transvaal, that bottle can be more than just a good time. It can be an investment. Make this an exclusive product for export, plus 5% prestige, or increase production to meet the booming demands, 50% wine output in Transvaal. I'm going to go with the first one for extra prestige. I don't need to output luxury. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Do a naval invasion. You fool. Stop it. Are you, like, really worn out or something? Yeah, you're doing pretty rough. But keep going. It's the way. We got a hold of Goiás. We're continuing to get a hold of Minas Gerais, which we've got 32% of right now. We've both got war support protection, so unless something untoward happens, we should be fine. Tommy de Reis has left the industrialists, and we have a feminist in charge. Oh, interesting. That will open some paths for us in the future. Did I already have my election? What happened? Did I completely blitz by it without even noticing? Am I a banana right now? Oh, we got a civil war happening in Brunei. Oh, hey, I landed. Hey, finally. Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to ignore this other thing going on in the Trucial States. I'm going to ignore this other thing going on in Ladai. And unfortunately, I have to pay attention to this, but I don't need to pay attention to it right now immediately. I am now holding the capital of Brazil, so hopefully I can split the country in two by taking Minas Gerais, and that will be the end of the war. Yes, alright, now Brazil is losing war support very fast, and they would actually accept this war goal at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the button, and that is going to be a successful war. Shibuya. And now, at long last, we have formed the United Kingdom of Portugal and Brazil. So this is a long-standing goal completed, which I'm very happy about. And let me see, we do still have we've got malaria prevention, so we're hopefully going to be... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. France got outplayed over here, and now this territory is all held by Cape Colony, which is interesting, except this tiny fragment, which is British East Africa. Good luck with that, Great Britain. So hopefully we will also, before the end of this episode, achieve our other run goal, which is the pink map outcome, which is we connect up all of our territories in Africa. Now, obviously, this territory was previously held by Britain, but they gave it to us for help in some wars. So that shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, we got our units all the way on the way to Indonesia. They will probably not get there soon enough to land but before the war starts, but hopefully they'll be there in time for it to be part of action before too long. All right, so what do I want to do from here? I got a bunch of... Well, first I'm going to normalize production methods. Except the fact that I've got... the fact that I've got a bunch more states now has actually, I think, changed my defaults. So let's see what the defaults are going to set to. Oh boy, that's going to be hard. Alright, how do I want to do this? I think mostly livestock ranches will put on barbed wire, and mines will put on the higher methods. Oh, this is going to take a lot of planning. I might do this between episodes. For now, though, I've got some... Let me just make sure... Let me first make sure I'm good on government methods. All right, I am good on government methods. I'm going to go to secular administration for churches. That's going to be... Is that what I want to do, actually, with my current build? Or would it be smarter to go to clerical administration? Clerical administration means stronger churches, and the churches are the block of the government. All right, I'm going to stop pretending I don't know what's going on, even though I don't. I'm going to throw the historic party out of the government. That's going to create some radicalization for me, but not that much. More importantly, it's going to make the leaders very, very legitimate. I'm going to keep the armed forces in here for now, and that'll be just fine. The skyscraper is finished, and that's also going to increase our bureaucracy output significantly. Touching the sky. Construction of the Lisbon skyscraper in Extremadura is complete. The first building of its type in the world, it dominates the skyline and inspires all who gaze upon it. My skyscraper would not have been possible without the hard work and grit of the thousands of people who dedicated themselves to its construction. Of course, as chief architect, I had perhaps more impact than most. One might even say the lion's share of the credit is mine. In fact, this pinnacle of human achievement, this new Babel, was born entirely from the machinations of my mind. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. Luso-Brazilian architecture, second to none. 75 extra prestige. Shibuya. Give me that prestige. All right. Now that you've heard my architect freaking out voice, let's see. So I do want to incorporate some territory in Brazil proper. Right. I was making a decision. I'm going to swap over to do I want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Yeah, I think I do. Let's create a church capture state. Why don't we? Railways. So what's Brazil doing? Brazil's mostly doing experimental trains. I want to have everyone on steam. I don't think that's controversial. I'm going to swap everyone to steel passenger carriages as well. Everyone in the United Kingdom. Can I do an airship mooring post? No, I need to invent Zeppelins. And no one does that. Let me see. Oh, that's right. I've got access to modern ports. So I'll definitely do that for the newly annexed territories. So that should be fine. Naval bases, conscription centers, and barracks are good to go. Alright, for rice and wheat farms... Yeah, I think we want to get fertilizers in for the other areas. Rye farms... Oh, these are farms that I own in Northern Europe. Interesting. Or they're owned by UK pops in Northern Europe. For all these places in Brazil that are... I'm going to implement some labor-saving methods. Macau, we're definitely going to use fertilizers. Fig orchards is going to theoretically make them more productive. Burma, I can't change things. Malaya, we're going to do the same. I got this territory from Great Britain a while ago. Sunda Isles, yeah, we'll go ahead and... no, those are going to be less productive. Oop, not simple farming. Soil enriching, at least. Minandao, we can't change. Zelia and the Shan states, we can't change. What about Nova Goa? Really? Alright, well, ox-powered it is then. No, you know what? Go to harvesting tools. I know that's going to make you more productive, at least. Alright. So then maize farms. Alright, they're using fertilizers for most areas. But a bunch of these areas are not employing at all, which is interesting. Minas Gerais, I definitely want to do labor saving because I know we got a lot of farms there. Sao Paulo, we should do the same. You know what? I think we're going to go to steam-powered threshing machines for all of the new territory. And at the very least for these areas where we've got a lot of farms and a lot of labor available. Yeah, I think they're all basically in the fertilizers method, it seems like. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that over as well. Now, livestock ranches, this is a little bit silly. We're going to barbed wire fences for anywhere we can't do electric. I probably should have done this earlier, but I didn't. It's going to increase the cost of iron, but not by that much. Now, do we have any power plants in Brazil? Oh my goodness. Oh, interesting. They've got the improved production methods for vineyards and things over there. We're just going to max out the methods for mines. No reason not to do that. But don't pay any attention to that. They're just pretending they won't be productive. They'll be productive once I got public trams on the urban centers. They're just pretending. For these, I'm going to leave them for now. We'll kind of circle back to that. Oh, I got oil rigs. Interesting. And another place I can build opium plantations. In Omani Hormuz. That's cool. I'll go ahead and do that. That means Omani Hormuz is going to need a railway. I'm completely outrunning their labor availability, so we'll just build the railway for now, and hopefully that won't be a problem. Alright, so, urban centers. Those are at the bottom of urban, right? Financial districts. I think I'm in my financial districts publicly traded. I'm gonna... Really? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Arts academies will do the highest level. And we'll do independent artists. Now, urban centers. We're going to go ahead and do public trams in all of the locations. And anywhere we don't have lit streets, we'll do gas streetlights. That's going to produce some more infrastructure. Minas Gerais does have power. I'm going to wait on that for now. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put everyone on covered markets. I don't know why we weren't there. I mean, we weren't there because I didn't change them. So, I don't know why I'm saying I don't know why when I clearly know. We're going to wait on setting up power and stuff for the time being. We're just going to see how this impacts our market. And we'll kind of go from there. Once we've... Because I don't want to swip anywhere I've already electrified over to non-electric methods. Because I want to be kind of conscientious about that. Now, all the weapons industries should just be on the highest method available. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. Shipyards, we got a good balance. Military shipyards, we got a halfway decent balance at least. Motor industries. I think these want to be on hand assembly. So we'll go ahead and do that. Steel mills, we want them on the middle method. Explosives factories, we've got another option, but we can only do it in places where it'll have power, so that'll default to where we're going. Tooling industries, we want machined, fully on machined. Textiles, electric wherever possible. Food industries, baking powder, everywhere. Let me see, and I think... I'm going to leave the liquor thing for now. Textile mills. I'm going to grab anywhere that's producing luxury clothes and stop it. Except for Alentejo. Alentejo is the only place we should have luxury clothing being produced in our market. We own some textile mills in France, which is interesting. And then... Let me see, we got a spread here, but we're going to use mechanized looms wherever possible, and mechanized power looms wherever possible. Alright, so that should be good for now. Let me see. These are fine for the moment. You need to be... can't, never mind. Madagascar doesn't have the tech to use the higher level ones, which is completely fine. That simply is what it is. And then paper mills we want on the middle method. Alright, so that's all of the economy management we've got to do for now. Let's go ahead and let the game get going. So I've got an army over here. I'm going to call this, well, it's the 4th Luso-Brazilian Army. Let's go ahead and put an armed forces fella in charge. We are going to call this the Army of South America. And we're going to keep this army, and we're going to upgrade all the infantry. We've also got more lancers than anyone asked for. I'm going to get rid of them, and we're going to increase the number of skirmish... No, not the number of skirmish infantry. The number of trench infantry. 1, 2, 3 in Rio de Janeiro. And we're going to increase the number of shrapnel artillery by 1, 2 in Rio de Janeiro. And that should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw that at the top of the construction queue so that they get done ASAP. Now, Students rally to enact no colonial affairs. A group of students attending the university in Galicia have arranged a demonstration in support of the movement to enact no colonial affairs. The displays inspired other students to join the cause. The lecture hall was barren. There were always one or two students missing for illnesses, travel, or family occasions, but nothing of this scale. There were 3 or 4 students per row, each thrown in sharp contrast by the seats empty to their sides. It was material for a lecture of its own, he thought, like a heap of sand, whose grains had blown away one after another until its form suddenly changed. So followed what had once been a class. The youth will lead the United Kingdom into the future. Extra pop political strength in Galicia, reduced university throughput, extra movement support. Or, they ought to focus on their studies. Half those bonuses, but academics pops become more radical. I'm going to go with the first one. The movement to enact no colonial affairs will be something I do want to do eventually, just not yet. Alright. So, now that a couple weeks have gone by, what's our market looking like? Let's see, we are producing some telephones, that's good. Coal is getting better. Alright, that's rock solid. Where are we with liquor? Liquor is dirt cheap. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab our food industries and set them to just prioritize grocery production. I think that's completely sensible. Groceries are much more expensive than liquor. In fact, they're higher than their base price, or they were a minute ago. Where in the scale are they now? They're still doing fine. Alright, cool. Easy peasy. So, next, what are the things I need to look at? I need to look at luxury and luxury furniture and luxury clothes. They're probably pretty cheap. Luxury furniture is very cheap. Luxury clothes are very cheap. So, luxury furniture and furniture are about the same, but luxury clothes are much cheaper than luxury furniture, so I think that's reasonable. Alright. And I do have the capacity for another company. Have I gotten this boy built yet? Ooh, I think I might be able to have myself a Suez Canal company. Let me see. I'm going to look at that event in a moment. Suez Canal Company, here we go. So this is going to give me 50,000 pounds a week once the thing's productive, and I'm hoping it'll be productive soon, because I'm subsidizing it. The Anti-Bengali League demands action. The Anti-Bengali League has requested we establish an embargo against Bengal. Successfully acting on the proposal will gain our government significant goodwill from the lobby. And to those who would refuse and prefer preserving the status quo, there was no hesitation. His response sounded well rehearsed because it was. This was a proactive man, one who spent hours pacing his chambers and anticipating attacks to come. My reply would be that we should never have allowed them to become so close to us in the first place. A friendship built upon deceit is nothing at all, and the goodwill gained from it illusory. But look into this, or this is not in our interests. Let me see. The Anti-Bengali League consists of just the interest groups that are already kind of happy. I'm going to say we'll look into it at least. And go from there. And then we've got a diplomatic play in Honduras. I'm going to send the Ejército Portugués over to Cuba. And hopefully that'll be the end of this situation right here, or nearly very soon. Let me see, where are we in time? We're actually over time. But we are about 3 months into the year, so I think I am going to call it... Oh my goodness. The British flu spreads. I'm going to call it soon. The deadly British flu has appeared in Zanzibar. The pandemic is quickly becoming a global crisis. Oh boy, he's not doing good. Why are you sawing off his leg? Is the flu in his leg? It was truly unto the rush of the wounded from the field of battle that the house was filled to capacity once more. Within a few days, it was necessary to open a ward in the college gymnasium, which was equipped with beds from our students' dormitories. When will this plague end? The British flu appears in Zanzibar, increasing mortality for the next 6 months. May get hit by further waves of the pandemic. British flu appears in Luso-Brazilian Mozambique, increasing mortality. Adds a flu pandemic journal entry. Pandemic response decision is available, which can mitigate the effects and spread. When will this play again? Alright, so this is a whole situation. I'm going to get into that next episode. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.